What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball, and more importantly, welcome back to Bleacher Report. We're finally back, y'all. We're finally back looking at Bleacher Report articles, and we're talking trades. Trade packages and landing spots for the top 10 NBA trade assets. And this is kind of a preseason look at things just before the start of the regular season, all of that fun stuff. So we all know that the Bleacher Report trade ideas are interesting to say the least. So I'm curious to see what they're coming up with, because we all want to all start thinking about trades and everything already. But before we do that, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I've responded to every single comment to my YouTube channel up to this point, and I intend to keep on doing so. All the season preview videos are out at the time that I'm recording this, so go watch them. I know it wasn't the biggest series ever. We did all this stuff kind of during the down point of the NBA season. I wanted to keep people entertained while no other content creators were really putting a bunch of stuff out. So go give them a watch if you want to kind of get ready for the season. But with all that being said, let's get into the article. I really like this little graphic here. Your boy might try to copy this for his own thumbnail. So be on the lookout for that. But trade packages and landing spots. I wonder who the top 10 trade assets even are. Reed Shepherd, Jared McCain. I could see it being Reed Shepherd being a guy that's kind of on the block right now. I feel like the demand for him wouldn't be incredible at this moment. Jared McCain's an interesting one with the injury and everything. So, okay, let's take a look. Portland picks up an all-star guard. Okay, before we even get into that, initial thoughts. Why is Portland kind of trying to buy in right now? Are we kind of hoping or changing our minds? Okay, we got Lillard now. Maybe we could keep Drew Holiday around or something. No, we must be selling Drew Holiday in order to get the guard, right? That's the only way that we can financially make that happen. So what are we doing? Tyler Hero. Oh, okay, we're adding Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez, and we pick up Terry Rozier as well. We didn't have enough guards on the team, but finances, I get it. For Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp, Robert Williams, and a first-round pick. Okay. Between the trade for Drew Holiday and the return of Damian Lillard, the Blazers have sent signals about their desire to win sooner rather than later. I don't know if that's exactly what they're saying. Again, I think they took advantage of a Drew Holiday situation where they could get him for next to nothing and then potentially flip him later, use him as a vet right now, and then Damian Lillard, because why not? It's just a good economic move, and it's a great story for your team. I don't know why Portland would kind of start to rush everything. They haven't proven anything yet. It doesn't make sense to start buying things right now. And is Tyler Hero the solution to that? And also just obviously, if you're the Miami Heat, right, I understand Heat fans being hey, yeah, I'm not quite so sure I want Tyler Hero to kind of be the guy going forward. I think we can all quite understand that, but you would trade Tyler Hero for Jeremy Grant, Shaden Sharp, and Robert Williams? Let's be real, right? Shaden Sharp's an interesting young prospect, but he ain't really done shit in the NBA up to this point. Robert Williams can barely walk on any given day, and Jeremy Grant, I mean, we're just not getting anything out of the dude at this point. His contract's rough. All this for a first round pick? In 2029? No, this is not a good idea. I don't understand this. What mindset are the Miami Heat in to even make this happen? Miami, meanwhile, would shift its focus further into the future while betting on the ability to mold Sharp's raw ability into something greater. I don't know, man. That seems kind of wild. I don't understand that. I feel like you could get better than that for Tyler Hero at least. So I don't understand this one. I don't understand one. By the way, this video might not be a 40-minute one like I typically do, and I don't think all of them need to be necessarily. Honestly, most retention graphs that I do would tell me that they shouldn't be 40 minutes long, because I don't do YouTube videos as much as small podcasts really at this point. So I don't know. I try to be more detailed with things than maybe other content creators, but I don't know. We're trying some things out here. Number 9, the Thunder turned Topic's potential into a proven 3-and-D wing. Now this concept, before I even see the trade, makes a lot of sense, right? The Thunder really don't need Topic. They got plenty of guys at his position. I'm guessing this was written before the testicular issues that Topic was supposedly kind of going through. He just had surgery and he's going to be out 8 weeks now, unfortunately. And we're never going to get to see this guy play basketball. Didn't get to see him play basketball professionally overseas. Didn't get to see him play basketball this year. Already we're not going to get to see him. And I'm not sure he's going to crack the rotation even when he's back. Well, this guy will just be a mystery for forever what he can do on a basketball court. Shout out the few games of Summer League that we got to see him play. But yeah, there's some intrigue there. Like, he could have been maybe a much higher pick. Maybe. Again, we have, like, no film on this guy. This isn't 2K where it'll just put potential behind him. Like, we just don't have anything on the kid. So it's hard to say. But what are we thinking? What are we thinking? The Thunder receive Keegan Murray. Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick if they got Keegan Murray. Not for the rest of the league, but and the Kings get Nikola Topic, Ousmane Dieng, the other former first-round pick that they just don't need. A 2026 first-round pick, top 4 protected. It's OKC, Houston, or the Clippers, so not a great pick. A 2027 first-round pick, top 5 protected via Denver, and a 2028 second. Yeah, is that a fair trade for Keegan Murray? That might be a bit of an overpay, but they can probably afford to do it because you're not really giving up like any true NBA talents. We just don't know anything about Dieng really. Like, he has been able to crack the rotation in this long. It's on a very, very good basketball team, but regardless, there's not a lot of film on the guy, but it's a young guy, I suppose. Nikola Topic, cool, and then a couple first-round picks. So here's my thing, right? If you're a Kings fan, like, cool, you can get some draft picks and all of that. Like, these aren't going to be good draft picks is the thing. And like the second round pick, it's not going to be anything all that special, I'm guessing. You get Topic and you get Dieng, who are young players, but like Keegan Murray's a young player that you already know is pretty solid. Yes, like there's been issues with his development where like he was a lights out shooter, now he's not a great shooter, he wasn't a good defender, now he's a really good defender. But I attribute that more to the Kings just not being great, and so you could talk yourself into AVC. We get 2 first-round picks out of this, but what do you use draft picks for? You use draft picks to go get good young talent. You already have good young talent. Just fucking figure this one out first. So I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good trade for the Kings necessarily. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But if you're the Thunder, oh man, yeah, I'd be thrilled about this. I would love to see Keegan Murray on a competent NBA franchise. Shout out them. The Rockets swap Reed Shepherd for an established score. Okay, so let's talk Reed Shepherd for just a second here. At the time of recording this, we've seen a little bit of preseason, right? They've thrown Reed Shepherd into the rotations or whatever, and it still looks like how Reed Shepherd did last year. I didn't expect it to be like some grand thing or whatever. We're obviously rooting for Reed Shepherd to have a better season this year, and you guys know my take on him. I think it's going to be hard to get him to the spot that maybe Rockets fans need him and want him to be at, but regardless, like, I'm not saying it's impossible by any means, definitely not, and we'll be rooting for him. I do think it could be advantageous to maybe move him for someone that is, I don't know, maybe a little bit more ready to go right now. I feel like there's just a lot of projects on the Rockets right now, and I'm cool between Amen Thompson and Aaron Holiday running a lot of the guard stuff. If we could get another guard for him, I think that could be great. So what are we thinking here? Norm Powell. Okay, I gotta hear this one. This is 2 already dumbass things the Miami Heat could potentially do in one article. So they get Norm Powell for Reed Shepherd, Steven Adams, and a 2026 second round pick, and a 2027 second round pick for a guy that was a borderline all-star last year. Again, some people will say, oh, well, Reed Shepherd, like, he was the 3rd overall pick in the draft or whatever. It's like, okay, it was a very, very bad draft class. Also, he played really bad last season. Again, first season in the NBA, not a big deal. It's a lot harder for guards, all of that stuff. You guys know, like, the perspectives that we can put on that or whatever. But, like, we're not just going to pretend like it's like, oh, yeah, no, this guy's, like, going to be good or whatever. Like, that's not necessarily the case. And the Heat just got this guy, like, for free. Why are the Heat doing this? I need to understand, like, because, like, yeah, no, if you're the Rockets and you can do this, fuck yeah, do this trade. Like, that sounds great. That's awesome. Borderline all-star for 2 second-round picks, a guy that who knows where he'll be in the NBA, and then you have plenty of centers. You're fine there. So what is it for Miami? As for Miami, it would take Hero's injury as a sign the season is already lost. Okay, in which case it would start embarking on a long-term path towards something better than mediocrity. I hate how people like see the Heat as that. Like, yes, you can look at their seedings and stuff over the past like 5 or 6 years and be like, yeah, this team's been there. But like they've been in the finals and conference finals a bunch recently. Don't forget, don't have short memories. It's so stupid. Adams' big contract would be tough to stomach, but if Miami fully focused on the future, it would seem more benefit adding Shepard in the picks than... I just completely disagree. No, and I think you could get more for Norman Powell, right? Because his contract's like not horrible. If you really wanted to trade him for whatever reason, then you could flip him somewhere else and get more than this. So I disagree. Warriors solved the Kuminga stalemate while adding scorer and front court depth. So whole Jonathan Kuminga situation, right? Let's just do a quick recap. He ended up signing that like a 2-year deal. I think that the contract he signed is the best contract that the Warriors could do with him in terms of like retaining him. The qualifying offer wasn't going to be good. Don't give him a super long-term deal, yada, yada, yada. He does not help you win basketball games as the Golden State Warriors at this moment in time. That's just not what he's out there to do. He wants to be somewhere else. They want him to be somewhere else. They should figure out how to trade him, right? We're pretty sure that they are going to find a way to move him at some point this year. Great. I don't know if any of this is a good situation for Kuminga, but I guess we'll find out. So, yeah, what do they want? Adding scorers. I think they should look for a playmaker, and, like, front court depth would be nice. I would say, like, wing, but... like, if you could get, like, a guard and, like, a wing out of this, that'd be great. I'm curious to see what they drew up. Oh, yeah, he's going to the Bulls, which I could see that happening. The Warriors received Kobe White and Jalen Smith. Oh, I think that'd be awesome for them. That would be awesome for them. I'm not sure Kobe White would necessarily fit in the system. This would be better than having Kuminga. Don't get me wrong. This would be way better than having Kuminga. But I think you would run into similar issues with Kobe White. Take it from a Bulls fan here. Kobe White is not the most intelligent basketball player I've ever witnessed. He's very capable. He'll get you 20 points in any given night. He can play with or without the basketball. He's a lot better with the ball and just trying to go out there and score now. Like, he'll get to the free throw line and get his threes off. Cool. We love that, right? I think Jalen Smith would be awesome. Jalen Smith, low-key, one of my favorite players on the team. So I like him. He's a lob threat. He can block some shots. He's not like an elite defender by any means, but it gives you a different look as a big. He'll step out and hit a three if you want to as well. He's like a younger, not as talented Al Horford. Like that's how I'd look at him, right? So I'd like this, right? Like that'd be a pretty solid return for Kuminga at this point. The Bulls get Jonathan Kuminga because they'll say, "Oh, young guy, why the fuck not?" And sure, why the fuck not? Throw him next to Modest and Noah and fuck it. We'll just have a bunch of big athletic forwards that can't actually like do much else in the basketball court. But fair enough. Moses Moody, okay, cool. I guess a 2028 first round pick. If we got a first round pick for Kobe and Jalen Smith at this point, I'm cool with it as a Bulls fan. Do I really want Jonathan Kuminga on my basketball team? No, if I'm being real with you, not really. Because, like, again, he wants the ball. He wants the chance to develop. He wants to be an ISO guy. How's that going to work next to, like, Gideon and all of them? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. But, yeah, if you're Golden State, sure. Like, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Why not? Again, I think you'd run into issues with Kobe trying to play in the system. That's a big thing for Golden State, is finding people to fit in the system. So, I don't know. Thunder consolidate with Wallace trade for Big Wing. Oh, if you're trading Kaysen, you better be getting something really good, man, because I love Kaysen Wallace. This guy might be the best at playing passing lanes in the NBA. Like, his rotations are, this is such like a coach like jargon moment right here, but like the way he plays like in the wings and his rotations around the court, so crisp. Like, all his defensive stuff is awesome. The thing that I've been most impressed with Wallace since getting into the NBA is, I think you guys heard me say it, when he came in as a rookie, he didn't look like a rookie. He just blended in. And that is like the best compliment you can give to young guys, to where it doesn't look like they're a young guy on the court. I was watching film the other night, and again, it's just preseason. Nobody really gives that much of a shit. But I was watching Kasparas Yakichonis or whatever. And you guys know I'm big on him. I like the talent a lot. I just like players with that skill set too, so that maybe is adding to my interest a little bit more. But dude looked just so comfortable out there in like an NBA offense, and that's what I try to tell people. I'm like, the difference between like college basketball and NBA is it's just so much more organized. And it was cool to see just someone just blend in as a rookie right away, and that's what Wallace did. It was like, okay, yeah, I know where to be on the court. Like, let me just go out there and do my shit. Phenomenal. So who are we getting here? Oh, you're getting Trey Murphy. Ooh. Okay, maybe you can talk me into this. For Kaysen Wallace, and Isaiah Joe. Okay, both pretty good basketball players here. If you're New Orleans and you can get both those dudes, shit, you get Ousmane Dieng too because, hey, young guy, right? Hey, maybe he'll be something for you. A 2026 first round pick, top 4 protected via Philly. Oh, and that could be an okay pick. And a 2030 first round pick. Damn, that's a pretty good trade. That's not a bad, that's pretty fair. It feels like that's pretty fair. You get a couple first round picks and they could be like, this pick could be pretty solid, like the 2030 Thunder pick, who knows. This would just say the Pelicans are like, fuck it, man, we suck. We can't do anything right. Let's just try something new. The thing is, like, none of these guys are probably becoming superstars in the NBA. I just think they're like really, really good role players and like good culture guys, all of that stuff. So you'd be hoping maybe you could get something good with this pick and everything because you traded your first round pick already in that really silly Derek Queen trade. Yeah, the Thunder getting Trey Murphy would be nuts. That would be nuts because they don't really have a forward like that on the team. Okay, I can kind of approve of this one. If teams want to do that, and if the Pelicans just wanted to give up on shit, sure. I don't think they necessarily need to trade Trey Murphy if they're giving up on shit, but hey, fair enough. Fair enough. Future first helps Philly subtract George and add Markkanen. Okay. Here's my thing, right? So there's two kind of ways I can see things going this year for Philly, and I think we all know that at least in our heads, the most likely outcome are things are not going to go well this year. Injuries, it just feels like, are going to be too big of a hurdle for like Embiid and Paul George to get over in order to make Philly relevant. We hope that that's not the case, but it feels like it's going to be the case, right? So if that happens, the team's not very good this year. Probably time to press the eject button, right? Because on the other side of things, because like, look, if they're good, keep it together. Like, let's keep trying because you have a good group of players here. But you have this advantageous thing that you've got a bunch of good young players on the basketball team right now. Your rebuild is in a very good spot if you decide to press the blow up button and try to trade Paul George and Joel Embiid. You got Maxey, you got VJ Edgecombe, right? You got like Justin Edwards, Jared McCain, like I like Bona. I'm not saying that like all those guys are going to be like starters and like all stars and even like that kind of shit, but you got some good players there. I think Edgecombe and Maxey are really, really good. I think McCain can be a really good like bench scorer, stuff like that. Again, solid role players. So you're in a spot where you can go that direction if you want to, and then whatever you get for Paul George and Embiid, which it's hard to move them, but instantly I don't understand swapping out like Paul George for like a Markkanen, but let's see. So Sixers get Lauri Markkanen, okay, and what do the Jazz get out of this? They get Paul George, which they're just doing it for salary purposes more so because they're trading Markkanen, a 2028 first round pick via the Clippers. Who knows what that pick could be? It's looking less and less valuable by the day because it seems like the Clippers are always just going to be trying to win, which good for them. A 2028 second round pick and another second round pick. Is that really enough for the Sixers to trade Markkanen? I've seen some articles and shit of people being like, the Jazz are like listening to trade offers for Markkanen. Like, again, I try to teach online literacy on this channel. I feel it is my job to do this. I'll have like my little like brother-in-law like come up to me and be like, did you see this like on the internet? Like they're saying that this team like might be looking at this guy or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's sure. Could have been the coffee guy in the corner that's sitting in like the front office that's like, oh yeah, no, like we'd love to have this guy, and then they'll write something like the Jazz, like people in the Jazz front office would be enamored to have this guy. It's like, yeah, like it's just shitty journalism. I don't think the Jazz are like actively trying to trade Markkanen at all. I think he's got an established role on that team, so this doesn't make a ton of sense to me, and it's not a great haul for them anyway. So I don't understand this move for either end. It's some interesting trades. The Pistons part with Holland in an all-star block or an all-in blockbuster. So when the Pistons were kind of doing shit last offseason, we gave them a lot of credit. We were like, hey, a lot of good shit this offseason. You guys are finally putting some stuff around Cade. Now all of a sudden Cade's looking like a stud. Surprise, surprise. Follow the AVC offseason guide or just rebuilding guide. The one thing we shit on them for was their draft pick. The Ron Holland pick I did not like at all. I was like, this doesn't help Cade Cunningham. Like, it doesn't make sense. You already got prospects like this on the team, and it doesn't make sense to me. Hopefully Holland kind of figures things out. We like the defense he brought last year offensively, and just like scheme-wise, he is lost for the most part, right? It's totally what it is. Like, keep trying to develop him if you want to. But if you can get something interesting, cool. Should the Pistons be going all in after one successful quote unquote, right? Like they're going in the right direction right now. Season, no, that doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Don't tell me they're adding like Zion to this team. Who else could they possibly be adding here? Like, could be Markkanen, I suppose. Are they going after like Zach LaVine or something? I could see it. No, Devin Booker. Oh shit. Okay, well if you can get Devin Booker, okay, maybe you can talk me into this. Okay, so the Suns, who they keep extending Devin Booker, clearly want to keep him, right? But let's see what they're trading this guy that has taken them to the finals gets them. It gets them Ron Holland, which again, I don't know how much you value Ron Holland right now. Jaden Ivey, a guy that for, 30 games put up around 20 points a game on an efficient three-point shooting. Interesting prospect, though. We think Jaden Ivey's going to be pretty solid. Tobias Harris for financial reasons. A 2027 first-round pick. Okay, so 3 first-round picks. Nah, you're not doing that for Devin Booker. What the fuck? No. You got to get some, like, clear, like, elite young player, right? Like, you got to get, like, elite. You got to get something. Devin Booker is too good for this. He just is. Like, these first-round picks, who knows what these first-round picks could be? Because if the Pistons got Cade Cunningham and Devin Booker in the Eastern Conference, presumably they're going to win some basketball games, and, like, these picks are going to be shit then. Like, I don't think so. If you're the Pistons, fuck yeah, I'm doing that in half a second. Like, damn, I'm not even getting off the phone. I'm sending you the paperwork right now. I'm signing. I found Devin Booker an apartment already. I'm like, hey, what do you like to eat? That's where we're going tonight. All those things. No, I'm not doing this if I'm the Phoenix Suns, though. That just doesn't make sense. Come on now. They're like, oh yeah, and Booker, he's from Michigan. Wow. Oh, good for you. The Heat give up Ware and go for it. Clearly, this was written before the preseason game where they saw Jonas and Kel'el Ware just dominate. All said and done, I loved the sets that the Heat were like running. The Heat have been one of the more fun teams to watch in the preseason so far because they really experiment with a bunch of shit because they have good coaching and shit like that. And Jonas and Ware look awesome together. And just like logically, those two fit well together. Okay, so the Heat, they don't have Hero, and they've already addressed that in this like article. So I'm very curious kind of what this is right now, because I'm not sure you want to trade this guy. This is a guy too that throughout his whole basketball career, once you give him like an off season to kind of figure some shit out, he really elevates himself. So let's kind of see what's going on here. They get Trey Murphy, Jordan Hawkins, who the Pelicans fans are so ready to get rid of Jordan Hawkins, and you get Yves Missy. So you get another center back, a less talented one, but Yves Missy, and you trade both Andrew Wiggins, Kel'el Ware, and a first-round pick. Okay, Trey Murphy, like, good young player, right? He's kind of starting to put stuff together. Andrew Wiggins is pretty damn good, too, man. Like, again, you assume Trey Murphy could be a little bit better, maybe for like, longer and all that, but, like, he's also gotten hurt a bit recently. I don't know, man. Like, you're getting Trey Murphy, and then it's kind of meh. For one pretty solid NBA starter, a guy that's looking like he's going to be a starter in the league for a while to come, and like a first round pick, I don't know. That don't make sense to me. Heat fans, y'all being done dirty in here. I don't see these trades making a lot of sense for y'all, so you guys tell me. The number 2, Rockets aggressively fill point guard void with an all-star. Are they getting Tyrese Maxey somehow? No. Why in any situation would Philly trade Tyrese Maxey? What could the Rockets possibly give up to make it worth the Sixers getting rid of Tyrese Maxey? And they better not say in this article, well, they've got Jared McCain and VJ Edgecombe. I like VJ Edgecombe a lot. Jared McCain was fun last year. Don't you dare trade Tyrese Maxey. Don't you dare. And I better not see like that Brooklyn pick in this or whatever. Okay, let's see this. So the Rockets receive Tyrese Maxey, which would be nutty for them. Again, we're curious to see Amen's progress and everything as being a primary ball handler, which I think is going to be fine. I think it'll be good enough this year. And Eric Gordon. The Sixers get Reed Shepherd. We already talked about that. Tari Eason, good young basketball player. Fred VanVleet, not going to play this year, and who knows, you probably don't even want him long term. Clint Capella, okay, doesn't really matter. So you made money work. Great. You got no players that are going to even come close to Tyrese Maxey, most likely, right? Like maybe Reed Shepherd does, but like, come on, Tyrese Maxey's really, really good. The likelihood of that becoming the case is bleh. A 2027 first round pick via Phoenix. Who knows what that pick looks like? A 2029 pick? No, there's just why? What is the reason for this? Yep. I get why the Rockets would do this. Like, yeah, you do that in a fucking second. Okay, let's see. Someone like Maxey, he'd be awfully hard to pry to Philadelphia. He'd be all caps great if the asset-rich Rockets could pull it off. He's a star in his own right, but the fact he can play on or off the ball, yep, I completely agree with Durant and Şengün, blah, 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 blah. Since this deal couldn't go down until December, blah, 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 it'd require Fred VanVleet's approval. Whatever. It's just enough time for the Sixers to potentially realize their current core is doomed. Yeah, but like, Maxey's the one you keep. Like, it doesn't make sense. They might have to start considering their long-term future. It's Maxey. Maxey's the long-term future. One that might be navigated without Maxey, depending on how the front office feels. Jared McCain, VJ Edgecombe, and potentially re-sign Quentin Grimes. There it is. If the Sixers decide they can't make this work, or at the very least aren't contenders this season, they might pounce on a couple of building blocks in Shepherd and Eason. It doesn't make sense. It actually doesn't make sense. So we're moving on, Bleacher Report. We're moving on. Thank you for the ideas. Finally, another Philly one. Couldn't come up with anyone else, like, I don't know, like the Bulls, the Kings. Who else could like use a trade right now that we could throw in, like the Bucks or something? We couldn't find a way to help them. I know it's complicated, but let's like challenge ourselves a little bit. I don't fucking know. Also, like the Nets not being involved in like any like 3-team trades. That's a shocker. Unless this is it. The 76ers turned McCain and picks and picks package into Booker blockbuster. Another Devin Booker trade. Okay. Let's see what they're doing this time, right? So they get Devin Booker. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome for Philly. Yeah, we'd all love to add Devin Booker. He's a good basketball player. For Jared McCain, who, again, was good for like 19 games last season or something like that. Paul George. You're making money work. The Clippers pick, which, again, well, not sure how valuable that is. A 2029 first-round pick and a 2031 first-round pick. No. It's just not happening. Nope. Sorry, Philly fans. That's not happening. That just doesn't make any sense. What is the logic for this for Philly? While the Sixers strategy, or what's the idea of this for the Suns? Phoenix would have to concede that a forward step isn't happening without a Booker trade. But it feels like that's an admission this franchise will begrudgingly make at some point, right? But, like, he took you to a finals already. Like, it didn't work with Durant and Beal and stuff, and you hired shitty coaches, and you couldn't get any role players on the team, right? And more so, like, Beal and Durant just got hurt the whole time, like, Booker included, right? It's not like Booker's not really good. I don't understand. You locked him up. He wants to be in Phoenix. Like, don't get rid of talent just because. Like, let's see how things go this year. I don't think him and Jalen Green is necessarily the future, but I like the bigs that they got on the team now. I like that Dylan Brooks is there and stuff. Like, they need some guard help and shit, but I don't know. I think it's worth trying to retool around Booker. Why the hell not? The soon-to-be 29-year-old is still within his prime. Yeah, exactly. I don't understand. I don't think these are very good trades. What was the one that we thought was like kind of interesting? Which one was it? It wasn't this one. Yeah, this was like the only one. The Thunder getting like Trey Murphy. I could maybe see this one going down. Maybe. Again, you might not be thrilled about it if you're a Pelicans fan, but I could maybe see that one going down. But otherwise, these are not great trade ideas. I always appreciate that people like take the time to like try with these things. I don't think we're taking like enough time to be like, okay, why would the other team do it, right? I don't quite understand. But regardless, it is what it is. You guys let me know your thoughts on these trades, and if we want to just shit on them in the comment section, like I suppose that's appropriate. Let's just make sure that it's constructive, right? So we'll try to come up with some better ideas in the comments down below. But anyway, let's move on to the comments of the video. Alrighty, y'all. Comment to the video is coming from the Orlando Magic season preview video. Go give these a watch if you haven't already. It's a good way to kind of get you set up for the season. We got Franz rocking his Germany gold medal and everything from Eurobasket this summer. And I feel like for the Orlando Magic video, we got to highlight Doc, who's a big Magic fan, big on our Discord and everything, who noted Jonathan Isaac's shoe line has Bible verses written on them. I've seen that. He's got his little unique shoe line. They are now enshrined in the Bible Hall of Fame. True story. I didn't know there was a Bible Hall of Fame. I don't know why that just seems like very odd to me. But you know what? Whatever. Why not have a Hall of Fame for it? Like let's do it. But anyway, I appreciate the great discussions as always down in the comment section. If you want to have more great basketball discussions, go join the Discord down in the link below. Really cool place. People are really chatting up basketball right now. They are hungry and ready for the season. We're all overreacting to every little clip we see in preseason. We're like, this guy's gonna be a dog this year, and then just everyone's going crazy, right? Because we finally have some basketball to watch. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. As always, more content is on the way. You guys might even get some weekend content this week, so be on the lookout for that. I appreciate you guys as always. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video with your Nana. I'll be talking to her soon, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.